All right, BYU, we got to talk. I am pro BYU. That is known. I have been on BYU Sports Nation game day. I love Provo, Utah. I will never, I try my best to not slander any Big 12 team, but there's a special place in my heart for BYU because of its commitment to faith. Can I say that up front? I love that BYU, I went to Baylor. I've been around TCU. I've seen these schools that have Christian affiliations or religious affiliations that they fall short in one category or another. They can't mix being an elite athletic school with also valuing faith. BYU does both. They can be an elite athletic school and have a great commitment to faith. That's a tough thing to do, and I think BYU does it better than anybody in the country, and I have an appreciation for the way that they do that. However, what happened, what Mark Pope said on Saturday is so anti-college sports and so unreasonable, even to me, in the realm of BYU's commitment to its brand. This is a miss. There is a section of students who have obviously gotten to the game very early to sit on the front row, HOR so on, horns down, written across their shirt. And they were asked, Mark Pope said this in the postgame press conference, or he could have just left it and said nothing. He said that the BYU administration or somebody at BYU asked those students to take their shirts off because that's not them. That's not us. He said, that's not BYU. It's not who we are. My brother in Christ, horns down is not a slur. Horns down is the least. Do not, I can't tell if this allows Texas. Is this just them creeping into our heads? Has Texas made such a big deal about horns down that now we feel the need, that BYU feels the need, that it's so terrible? This is something. Can I be honest with you? This is unserious in the realm of college sports. This looks very unserious. This is not an elementary school. If someone shows up to the arena wearing a Beat Cincinnati pin on their lapel, that's fine. You can't ask them to take that off. And that is the exact same thing as horns down. Horns down stands for beat Texas. It's the same. It's not like you're not going to make their players cry. This is what normal college fans do. Welcome to the Power Five. We're not babysitting kids in the student section. That's number one. We're not babysitting kids in the student section. Two, the culture is already so well instilled that your student section, I've seen it myself in football, I've seen it at soccer, is the nicest student section in the world while still building an elite atmosphere. And now if I'm a BYU student and I know that I, in essence, can't wear a Beat Baylor pin to a game, why am I going to show up? What BYU just told its students that have created such a great atmosphere for its basketball program is that the line for having fun is really short. And I asked on Twitter, I said, look, BYU fans, I want to research this. I don't want to come out firing against BYU, which again, I really appreciate. And I like I said, I don't get paid to blow hot air up every skirt of every team. At some point, I have to be critical of everybody. And I was so shocked by how many BYU fans were also critical of this move. It's Bush League in the context of the Power Five, in the context of being a big-time legitimate power program. Joe Wheat says, absolutely not. He doesn't support this. We all wanted the shirts to stay. BYU is super sensitive about how opposing teams are treated. Absolutely not, says Nick Lee. It was soft. Our loyalty is to new Big 12, not the old, Ryan Thomas says. All of these, majority, definitely not in favor of taking off the shirts. BYU administration has always been kill them with kindness. This was too soft. This was too soft. Trying to be classy. Let the students have fun. It's just, you want to commit to kindness, but beat Baylor, beat Tech, beat TCU, horns down are all the same statement. And if you're being that nitpicky, horns down is not derogatory. This is in the name of fun. This is in the name of fun in a college sports event. This was soft. So soft that it's embarrassing. I get it, right? I went to a religious school. I love the religious affiliation. That commitment is impressive. But this is the hill you wanted to die on? Horns down shirts? Horns down shirts is the hill that BYU, that's what you want your students to take those off because it's too much. Seriously. Not seriously. It's unserious. It's unserious. At some point, you are committed to faith. All out, 100%. You're also a big-time athletic program. You've got to act like it. You can do both. Horns down is not something that has to be out of the equation. And the message to everybody else is don't do that. That's so, please, nobody else in the conference do that. This to Texas especially. I don't care how much they cry about the whole horns down thing. This has been and always will be. Thanks for making it your first listen every single day. Come back tomorrow. I think Robbie Triano is going to join at some point. Locked on. Thanks for making it your first listen every single day. Doce Grande.